My name is Butch Childers, Childers Roofing and Sheetmetal in Jacksonville, Florida. I have a partner, Paul Gibbs. We started our business in February 2003 here in Jacksonville with the premise of being a small family business. He had some of his kids in, and I had the fortune to bring my wife and a couple of kids in early on. And the business continued to get bigger and bigger. And we were fortunate to have repeat customers that we had before start joining us. So we worked really, really hard on our reputation. Obviously, in a big city like Jacksonville, there's many choices that the customers have. There's a lot of competition here. So we work really hard on making sure that our customers are happy with their choice. We started putting a plan in place 5 or 6 years before we actually sold to Tecta. Both of us are the same age, and we got to our mid-50s. 55 was kind of the age that it hit me and him both, that, you know, this isn't going to last forever. What is our exit strategy going to be? How are we going to position this company to where it can continue on, because of family members being involved and because of, you know, the employees. We have employees that are still here that were with us 35 years ago when we were with another company. So all that comes into play. You start thinking, okay, you know, how do I continue this on in case something happens? You know, you just never know. So you want to make sure you are position your company to move forward. So we consulted a firm that specializes in that. And when we put our final plan in place and we got out to look at other companies, and other companies came and talked to us, and we had interviews. We had private equities come in and talk to us, and we had a lot of really nice offers. But we always told in the background the broker, if you ever heard from Tecta, or if you ever got through to Tecta or talked to them and they were interested, we would be interested because of the reputation they've got, and because of the ability to have the security of knowing that the business is going to continue on if anything happens, or if we get ready to totally retire and get out of it. When we did get the call, pretty excited, and within a couple of days we had an interview, and this was actually during COVID, so we had to do our first interview through Zoom. We could tell when we got off the Zoom right off the bat that it would be a good fit for our employees, for both Paul and I too, and for the employees in particular. The changes were minimal, I would say, the first 6 months to the first year. We continued on. That's the one thing that Tecta did promote when we were going through the acquisition, that we would be allowed to run our business as we've always run it, and they've held true to that. And that's been a tremendous benefit for us to be able to continue on and do what we do. The biggest changes were in the accounting. They're very, very strong with their finance and accounting. The reporting is very quick, very aggressive. So some of the changes that we had to adapt to, or to get ready to be more aware of what we had to do to get the monthly numbers to them. Before, when we were a small business, it wasn't so important. We would do quarterly closes rather than monthly. Going into year 3 now that we're adjusted to those, I've seen a whole new eagerness from the younger group, our operations side, totally bought in and are very, very excited. They look forward to the monthly closes, where 2 years ago they dreaded having to sit down and get ready for it. Now our group is ready 2 or 3 days before. So when we sit down and have our meeting, our regional meeting, and go through it to get our numbers all squared away, they're very excited. They come out of it, they're smiling, they're happy to see the group learn finance, learn accounting, and learn, you know, how to make this a profitable company is pretty rewarding. So I'm excited, and I'm also excited about the training. We have project managers and we have salespeople now that are able to go to Chicago or go to other areas of the country and do training outside of just what we do here in Jacksonville. So it's pretty neat to see them come back with other ideas that we're able to take to market here. It's been really awesome to sit back and see what's going on. It has been much, much better than I expected. When you're an owner, an operator of a business like this, 70, 80 employees, you're able to run things the way you want to run them. You're able to manage your business the way you want to manage it. It's one of the most intimidating things to me was finalizing the sale and then going, okay, I haven't had a boss, and since I can remember, I haven't had to report or answer to anybody. Well, I still feel like I don't. everything I take to corporate that I ask that I want to do or need to do at this branch, they let me do. They have been marvelous to work with, wonderful guys, great guys in the industry. All of them are very experienced in the industry, and if we have a problem, I take it to them and they help me. They're there when I text one of the guys. The ability to work with 90, now 97 other guys that are in my roles around the country is pretty neat. Probably a dozen guys that I've gotten to know and reached out and asked questions. A couple of times I've had to send out an email. A particular job may come up that we don't have a lot of experience in, and I know the last one 4 or 5 months ago I reached out, and within 30 minutes I had 15 guys reply back, and I zeroed in on a couple, made some calls, got some help, and got it worked out. So the synergies of being with a group of like-minded people that are ready to help and willing to help has been phenomenal. I've spoken with some other companies, some other gentlemen that have been sent my way to talk to, about how it's been with Tecta. And every time I've talked to them, I've recommended Tecta as an option. Like I said before, we were approached by private equities, and I know people in this industry that have gone that route, and I've seen the format that some of them may use that they lay out. And while it may be more beneficial for the owners or the shareholders of the company at that time, I think the model of getting with a large company and to get associated with peers and guys that are doing what you're doing is much more beneficial long-term to your employees. If it's like if you sell your business, you're gonna do fine, your family's gonna be fine, but what's gonna happen to your employees? So I think that's one of the main things that Paul and I kicked around as we talked to private investors and other people that made calls on us. And then when we sat down and talked to Tecta, and we really analyzed it, within 3 or 4 days, we knew that would be the model, or that would be the path we would want to take, more so than the private equity venture, because we knew then that our employees had some security. And your employees you have to remember, they're why you're where you're at. You didn't get here all on your own. So we wanted to make sure they were able to benefit as much as possible. And I think they are going forward because of profit sharing, because of the bonus pool that we have for the field, and because of all the benefits that they're able to, insurance, the vacation, the stuff that we lacked on as a small business, that they bring to the table. That's the cool part, is talking to the guys when I get to go talk to them out in the field, and how, I'm seeing guys that are taking vacations now that didn't get to 2 and 3 years ago, and then going away with their families and doing stuff. So I would definitely recommend it to any of the other people in this industry. I'm entering probably best part of my life, and a lot of it's because of what we've done. So yeah, I would do it again. There's no doubt. Very, very pleased with the decision we made.